The big board took a beating today as disappointing global economic data as well as a weak economic outlook from the Federal Reserve paved the way for the Dow Jones to drop by more than 550 points intraday. Now, first in global economic reports, the results were far from positive as Chinese manufacturing contracted for a third straight month. Eurozone manufacturing contracted for the first time in nearly 2 years, and this paved the way for sharp declines in global equities and a rough start to the U.S. markets. Meanwhile, also contributing to the steep decline was the Federal Reserve, which pointed out yesterday significant downside risks to the global economic outlook as well as the U.S. economic outlook. This after unveiling its Operation Twist strategy. Also, investors are told that they now have to wait until next week to see whether or not Greece will get additional support from the Troika consistent of the ECB, the EU, and the IMF. And if they do not, the nation will likely default on its debts. And at the same time, the U.S. dollar continued to surge against its major counterparts in the forex markets, due mostly in part to a spike in risk aversion, therefore leading the way for front-month crude prices as well as gold prices to take a hit. Now, taking a look to see how the Dow Jones has closed out this volatile trading session, the Dow dropping 391.01 points to settle in at 10,733.83. In a breakdown of today's major market movers, we first begin with shares of Hewlett-Packard, and in breaking news, after 11 months, the company is now replacing its CEO Hewlett-Packard with former eBay chief Meg Whitman. The stock so far declining 6% just before the closing bell. Shares of United Technologies late Wednesday announced that it agreed to purchase Goodrich for roughly $127.50 a share in cash. That therefore represents a 60% premium to Goodrich's Wednesday closing price, and Goodrich stock so far surging 10.1%, while shares of United Technologies on the downside 9.8%. And shares of FedEx losing 9.3% intraday, this even after it reported first quarter earnings that topped analyst expectations by 1 cent. This as its earnings did rise 22%, but it did state that demand for global flights did continue to decrease.